What's going on YouTube? This is your man Judge bringing you episode 2 of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. So last time we just had mostly a bunch of cutscenes and things like that. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check out episode 1 on my channel. This time we are going to go visit the Sand Sea. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be finding kites. And we will see what happens after that.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the ester sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn. Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the ester sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right! Vaughn, you should give it a shot!
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
Alright, so it looks like we have a hunt on our hands for the rogue tomato. Headhunters track people. Okay. So hunters track monsters, so yeah, it's gonna be a hunt for us. Sure, let's hear about the details. You'll miss out on the bounty. You gotta talk to the person who posted the bill, the petitioner first. Let him know you're going on the hunt. Just gonna skip through this. So we got our hands on the clan primer, and that is where your bestiary is located. You would need to fill that up for the purposes of getting the trophy for it, the PlayStation trophy. And this is also where your hunts are located as well. And it has different information in there as well, such as where it is or what the petitioner said and things like that, just clues. Okay, looks like we got an accessory from Tomaj. Now he's going to go into an explanation about licenses, which I will go into a little bit further here in a second. We got the writ of transit. The east gate's the one you want to head out. Once you've taken care of the mark, let me know. Your work won't go unrewarded. So looks like we're gonna have to come back to Tomaj as soon as we're done. Alright, so no, I don't want to repeat this tutorial. Let's take a look. So you're gonna want to hit the licenses menu here. Now, it looks like we have 12 jobs here, which is a little different than the international version. I'm sorry, the international version also had 12 jobs. But in the international version, you can only choose 1 per character, whereas in the Zodiac era, you can pick 2 per character. These decisions are permanent. You can't go back, and you can't unchoose your job once you do. So it would probably be smart to kind of take a look further into what each job does for you, what licenses it provides you. If you see down there at the bottom, you can press square, and you can kind of cycle through the different nodes in each job, see what they give you a little bit better idea of what you're getting into. So we have our accessories nodes, and every job has the exact same accessories nodes. I don't remember how high it goes up, but it'll have all of these. You'll just see like accessories 10, 11, etc. Like we have accessories 22. There's also certain accessories that, like the ribbon here, that have their own license node, typically because they're just really, really good. So they have their own node for it. Like the ribbon, it prevents all status effects, and it gives you a regen, a permanent regen, which basically just regenerates your health a little bit at a time permanently. And it also gives you Libra as well, which allows you to see more detailed information on monsters, as well as making traps, which there are many of in this game, visible. Alternatively, you can just use the Libra spell, but this just eliminates the middleman here, makes it a little bit easier. So the ribbon is just a really good accessory all around. So if we go down here, you'll see the different licenses for the white magic and stuff, which you do have to purchase regardless of whether you actually have the spell or not in order to use that spell on said character. So if you're not very familiar with how things work in Final Fantasy XII, that's the basic gist of it. You'll see here how you can't access certain nodes. Later on, we will be getting something called espers, which are the summons in this game. And some of them will take the place of some of these empty nodes and allow you to continue on further and get some of these things. Like for example, there will probably be one that'll fill in one of these two slots and allow you to access these. So I know we don't want to be a white mage, or at least I don't, on Vaughn. It's typically better, in my opinion, to choose two jobs that don't really seem like they would go together. For example, Foebreaker and Black Mage, which is what I'm going to do with Vaughn, because they offer different things as far as armor and weapons and things like that, and they just basically make Vaughn more flexible. I'll give you an example of a job combination that I wouldn't recommend. Probably Ulan and Knight. I wouldn't recommend that job combination simply because the Ulan doesn't have a lot going for it other than its ability to use spears, I think. Is that what I'm getting into? Yes. The ability to use spears, such as the Zodiac Spear, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It actually has, I think, the highest attack at 100 or 142, I think, out of any weapon in the game, with the exception of the invisible weapons they added in the international version and kept in this version, which are basically extremely hard to obtain weapons unless you're manipulating RNG, which is what a lot of people will do. And they don't actually have a model. They're just invisible while you use them. And another thing, different jobs will have a different number of, say, HP nodes, like this one here. A different number of battle lores, which let me see if I can find one here. Well, a battle lore increases your strength permanently on that character by 1, and the magic lore does the same thing for magic. Here we go. Got some battle lores right here. And the different jobs will have a different number of these nodes, which will give your character more strength in magic or attack. You'll also notice the swiftness nodes, which states it reduces the action time by 10%. These are extremely helpful in every case. You can only have 3 collectively between your 2 jobs. So this is another thing to think about when you are considering your jobs, because it's ideal to have at least 3 swiftness nodes on every class, or I'm sorry, every character. So for example, say I picked a really slow job like Knight. I'm not going to go searching for it, but I do know Knight only has 1 swiftness node, I believe, which makes him very slow. If you pair that with, say, the Machinist or the Time Battle Mage, these are 2 of the couple jobs that actually have 3 swiftness nodes. The Shikari as well. I know a lot of people like to pair the Knight with the Shikari. But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to make a whole big spiel about it. But I'm going to choose Ulan as my first job for Vaughn, simply because it allows me access to spears, which are having a strong physical weapon is helpful in the beginning of the game. Whereas if I picked Black Mage as my first job for Vaughn, he would have a little bit more difficult time offensively for the first couple hours of the game until we start getting more magic and things like that. So it looks like he wanted us to go to the East Gate. So I'm going to head over there now to go out to the Ester Sand in order to find the Rogue Tomato. Is this the East Gate? Yes, it is.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offence in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right, gates are closed after this.
So it appears that guard was pressured by his peers to let us through. Before we go any further, I want to actually purchase the license for the accessory that Tomaj gave us. Go into equipment here. So it looks like it raises our defense and magic resist by 1, and it slightly raises our max HP by 25, it looks like, which is actually pretty good in the very beginning of the game, like right now. I'm going to hit this save crystal too, just to fully recover my health. And we are going to head out, see what we can find in the wild out here. I'm going to take a second look at my license board too, in order to see how much license points I need, or how many license points I need to get my first spear. Because we're going to want to get that as quickly as possible. Obviously, because I can't equip any spears right now at all. So it looks like we need 20 for the first spear, which we can buy in town at the weapon shop. So I'm going to go for 20 here, on top of fighting this rogue tomato. Let's get this sleeping cactus. Gotta use those underhanded tactics when you're this weak. Sneak up on this wolf. Yeah, combat in the beginning of this game is, well, I guess in the beginning of every Final Fantasy game, most games in general, is pretty basic, kind of boring, so I do apologize for that. I can speed this up. I think I have it on ×2 speed. Okay, I do. We'll speed it up a little bit to make this go a little quicker. We are picking up items as well, which you can sell in any shop, and those will appear as completed weapons and item packs in the bazaar of any shop. It's actually how you attain some of the most powerful equipment in the game. You get a certain number of... Oh, I should probably heal myself. You get a certain number of items, materials, and things like that, and then you sell them to any shop, and it will appear in the bazaar. Look, we got a potion there. Oops. we got a double hit combo there. So later on in the game, you will get weapons that have a higher inherent combo rate, which basically means that they are going to do multiple hits per, I guess, I don't know how to explain it. Every time your ATB gauge fills up, that little yellow bar on the bottom of the screen while I'm fighting, you strike once. Depending on your combo rate, you can strike multiple times. So there are certain weapons in the game, especially a lot of the best weapons, I guess you could call them ultimate weapons, that allow you to hit far more times, far more often. So as a physical attacker, those are going to be a lot of the things that you're going to be looking for near the end of the game. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So in the Zodiac Age, they added a lot more treasure chests, and I think pretty much everyone, with the exception of a few, have completely randomized loot in them. Well, I wouldn't call it randomized completely. They just have a % chance to drop one of between 2 and 4 items. Which kind of leads me to my next sort of topic, the Diamond Armlet, which a lot of people swear by and say you should wear it all game and things like that. Except the only problem with that is there are only, I think, a handful of chests, probably less than 10, in the entire game that you get something in for wearing the Diamond Armlet. Otherwise, while wearing the Diamond Armlet, you will either get a Knot of Rust, I believe, which is a pretty lackluster item that allows you to deal damage, or a Meteorite. So, long story short, if you use the Diamond Armlet the whole game, you're going to be missing out on a lot of items that you would have otherwise gotten by not having it equipped. So it looks like I have 18. So I mean, in most of these chests, I mean maybe all of them, the ones that require the Diamond Armlet to get something good out of, are near the very end of the game. So I mean, if I were you guys, I would probably just look up what treasure chests require the Diamond Armlet, or look in a guide if you have it. Maybe I'll make a video about it later on, and just wear the Diamond Armlet for those. Otherwise, you are literally cheating yourself out of some pretty decent equipment that you can't get with the Diamond Armlet on. A lot of cell fodder too. Okay, so let's go to the licenses here. I don't have the spear right now, but we're about to go back to town, so... Alright, now I'm gonna go kill what we came here to kill. The Rogue Tomato. He should have his own music. So it looks like he's gonna run off. He's beating feet. Luckily for us, he's just gonna stay down there, doing nothing, walking back and forth. So we're just gonna curl around here and finish him off. Rogue Tomato vanquished.
Never thought I'd see him growing out here. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
Got a handful of lilies. This game is pretty cryptic with a lot of its side quests. For example, oh, I didn't realize I had the increased speed on that whole time. For example, a lot of these items you'll pick up that go into the key items pocket. Excuse me. A lot of them are used for side quests later on, and most of these side quests don't really get you anything too good. But some of them lead to mini games or the ability to access new locations, some of which you need to get all the espers, for example. So it's generally worth kind of keeping an eye out for things like that. What's going on here? Looks like the Imperials aren't letting anybody in. None of them will talk to me. Oh hey, there's Kites. Ah, Vaughn, I guess I'm not the only one who got locked out of the city. I told Pinello about the mark you were going after, and I guess I got her worrying. So the two of us headed out here to find you. As soon as I stepped out, the guards closed the gates, and things got crazy. I haven't been able to find her since.
Stand back there. Back! This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
Now what?
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobo sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
Oh. That does it.
Oh, a fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet, too. Take a Dalmascan Barreau's wine, eh? It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and close this gate as ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait!
Looks like Daddy Miguelo to the rescue there. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get into a few more cutscenes here, so I'm going to fade out. But enjoy, guys.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Arm... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, Is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your empire! Straight back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Is Rabanasta to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Oh, remember the last one? We're all like this at first.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguelo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand about at him like that?
Fawn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane never did.
You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Vaughn. Vaughn, you haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanasta anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penel, that fate tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguelo to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe, but not through Magello. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
So it looks like Pinello put an idea into Vaughn's head. What are these shifty lizard fellows? Looks like they're up to no good. Alright, so we are free to enter Lowtown, which I am assuming is where old Dallin is. And I guess we're gonna go ask him if there's a way for us to get into the castle tonight in order to steal from the treasury. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and head to the weapon shop in order to buy our spear, which we just bought the license for. Another thing about that cutscene, it looks like Vane, or the guy that we just saw, I'm pretty sure he was in one of those first cutscenes where Bosch stabbed Rex. I think he was the guy that walked in afterwards and was with the Imperial soldiers and had Bosch on his knees. Alright. Oh, not enough money. We'll just sell some of the things we picked up. Got some cactus fruits. I think we only need like 500, if I'm not mistaken. See, there's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. If you sell certain materials, new things will appear in the bazaar. It looks like a potion pack. So I think potions are normally 50 gil, but it appears we can get 2 for 70, so just some potions at a discount. But later on you'll be getting armor and things like that in there. So we're going to buy the spear for Vaughn. It's like a pretty hefty upgrade there. And going to head to Lowtown now and have a conversation with old Dallin. If I'm not mistaken, there is an entrance to Lowtown up here. So we'll speed it up a little bit. Like I said on the first episode, I'll try to use the speed up option as little as possible, mostly for traversing and grinding. Oops, I think I just passed it, didn't I? Oh, right here. So this is basically the slums in Rabanastre. It looks like we need to get to the southern portion in order to speak to old Dallin here. Okay, so it's right up here. Let's talk to Dallin about getting into the castle here.
If it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here. I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So our our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace vaults, a door, and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
I've heard all I need, so this crescent stone, can I have it? Then I can find the secret passage into the palace, right? Not much of a listener, are you? The crescent stone has lost its magics. Without the power of a sunstone, it will be of little use. Right, so where can I get one of these sunstones? You seek Giza Plains. Speak with the nomads there. You will find your sunstone. Leave by Southgate and continue south. Their village is not far. There are like to be beasts on the plains, so be careful, my boy. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. So it looks like we are searching for a sunstone in order to charge the crystal that old Dallin has, so we can access the castle. Let's see, Giza Plains, hangar right here, and I'm practically at Southgate. This will be easy. Final words, famous last words there. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep these videos between 30 and 40 minutes. And we've gone on about that right about now. So before I get into any other adventures, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video right here and start working on the third entry. I do apologize. I had initially intended to get one of these videos out every single day, but due to some technical issues, I was unable to. I did record 2 and 3 like 3 or 4 days ago. For some reason the second one didn't record, so I had to obviously re-record this one, and I'm just going to re-record 3 as well, because I did make a few different changes and things that I didn't do in the original second installment. So I really do appreciate you guys watching this. It's a lot of fun for me to record things like this for you guys, and it's even more fun to see your guys' views and comments and things like that. So if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. It's free to you, costs you no money, but it just shows me that I'm doing a good job, and it helps support the channel. I will try and respond to your guys' comments as much as possible, but I am very busy outside of recording this Let's Play, so I'll do the best I can. And we'll probably get a video every single day, and I will likely upload it between 1 and 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every night, so it'll be ready for you guys in the morning or the next day or whenever you guys want to watch it. Once again, I really do appreciate you guys watching this, and I appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.